Alright, here's another pump video, and this one is also a 3-cylinder set with a pump, and this one also has a small little vibe with it, so this is the Size Matters one. So this is one of the more popular ones on the market right now. The other ones that I kind of showed a little bit earlier, some of them are a little bit newer, but let's see what works. So, opening up the kit right now. It does actually come in a decent box if you want to like keep yours stored in there, because it's, I don't know, a little bit nicer than some of the other ones that you gotta like pull out. The pump, I can tell you already, this exact handle, or sorry, this exact trigger is what does come in this one. The difference being this one has a gauge on it. So now you can actually measure how much you're pumping. And it looks like maybe the top part is a little bit different too. Yeah, so side by side you can see this part here is a lot bigger on this one than this one. But the rest of the mechanism looks very, very similar. This one's a little bit smoother to pull from too. Alright, so it's probably like a little warning or something. Let's try putting one of these ones on and seeing if they're any better. So these cylinders are a little bit different. These ones are longer. And then, let me show you all three of them. These ones also have a little bit of a flared base to them, which are nice. They look like they're going to be a little easier to put in and release. And I love that this one finally has a really big size for folks that want to add length as opposed to girth. So we got length. This one's a little bit skinny for girth, but it has good length. This one I think is a like perfect size for adding some length and some girth. And then last but not least, you get the length and the girth. And this one is pretty good size. Let's see, I got my ruler here. If you were to fill this pump out, we're talking around almost 4 inches. Not quite, but almost. Just shy of 4 inches. And then for diameter inside, just around, it's over an inch. Maybe an inch and a quarter. So maybe an inch and a fourth, something like that. The opening on it is actually about an inch and a half, but because of the flare, you're losing a little bit. So nice, pretty big size there if you want like around a 4-inch peen with about an inch girth. If you can fill that out, that'd be awesome. Alright, let's get a tester on here. So let's go with a smaller one just because I have to suction on something a little smaller. So we got same type of tube here. I'm going to put it onto this locking mechanism. So I'm going to push it on there, set that in there. It's in there pretty well. Alright. Let's lock it on my hand here. Wow. This is a lot smoother to use than the other one was. You can see it's kind of on there pretty well. It's a little smoother. And then to release, we're going to push that little button there. Release is off. I do want to see if I can get it to stick to me and release it at the top part so it stays in place. That's my hope. And again, I have the little gauge on the top here so I know how much pumping I'm doing, how much suction there is. Alright, so I have that one on there pretty well. I'm going to actually hold it with my hand for a second. Not quite. Let's try it one more time though. Like, I'm going to try a different body part. Let's try this. The hair might be a problem though. Okay, so the skin did enter. Well, you can see it did enter there. Let's try one more time. I can see it. Nope, didn't stay that time. Alright, let's try one more time. So I'm going to put it in here. The nice thing is that I can feel that the release on this one is a lot better and a little bit easier. You could tell when I tried to do it myself. It kind of came off pretty easy. Alright, that time I can feel the skin going in. There you can see the skin going in. And the moment of truth. Ta-da! So that's what the hopeful point of this set is that, let's see, now push on this part and release the air, and ta-da. Worked pretty good right there. You can feel it. So the idea with these are the cylinders are a little bit nicer, they're a little bigger, they're a little longer. So you pump it, you put it on your peen, pump, 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 and then let's say you don't want to, walk around your house with like this hanging off of you, is you can actually use this little mechanism here. You take it off, and now it'll keep the suction on there, but only, you're only keeping this on there, so it's a little less bulky when you're trying to do stuff. You don't have to worry about a pump dangling anywhere from you. You can be a little bit more productive and do stuff around your house, whatever it is, and not have to worry about, everything there. It's only this that's stuck to you. Makes it a little bit easier to, keep up with sessions if, you don't have to worry about staying in the same place for, 30 minutes at 5-minute intervals each. You can do more stuff. So I highly recommend something like this where you're getting the gauge, you know what you're suctioning, you don't have to worry about it being attached to you. You can tell which one my opinion is. So if you're interested in getting one of these, contact me with my information below, and I can hook you up with one of these pumps. Thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have additional questions still, make sure you post them in the comments so you can get answers.